Okay, if I don't see an airplane itinerary, let it rain. You are at your house.
An airplane.
Like,
I'm on winter break.
All right, bring an itinerary, okay, of where you traveled.
My house to my house.
The event.
I'm not leaving.
I could show you an itinerary.
It's true. Jalem has one. You have to abide by those. Jalem gets $1, but you have to
I want
come
my dollar
first.
before I leave.
He has not traveled yet. You're be in Japan soon. You're not there quite yet. Doesn't count. But either way, 16 to 52%. Nothing too crazy happening quite yet. But you know, Syrup has been on a tear. We're gonna find out, obviously, if Null is able to kind of slow Syrup down, which so far is looking as if it is very possible.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as Syrup gets off stage and has to up your air dodge to the ledge, that's gonna be a nightmare for Syrup to deal with because Min Min does not care.
Yeah,
it's true.
One of the few characters that can stay on stage, stay in a very safe position, and still essentially threaten your stop.
Yeah, Syrup just was in Null's face, and Null had to do something, and it just wasn't even enough, because Syrup could just stay there, be a threatening presence, and just prevent any recovery.
Oh, that was so smart.
That was so good.
Yeah, I thought as we saw the up B come out, and I said, are you going to up B into Null? But no, I'm just going to hit you and grab the ledge.
That is, yeah, the awareness of Syrup to do that is absolutely immaculate, but Null evening it up, though, 2 stocks each.
Yeah. No holding shield. Oh, jab lock. This is crazy. Damage 103. Ooh. I did not even know that was possible.
Still kind of going, really. The momentum from Syrup is insane right now.
But what do you do? That was one mistech. Normally you make a mistake, yeah, you take 20, maybe 30%. If you're at high damage, you die. You took almost 80% off of one mistake.
Can't make mistakes.
Pushing things to the limits.
Yeah. Don't want to make mistakes with Syrup around.
Yeah, why are you making mistakes?
Don't make mistakes, man.
We are in loser finals, and that is what you do want to see. You know, essentially players are here because they're of a certain caliber. You know, they really exploit an opening. They really take it to the fullest. And Syrup definitely demonstrated that.
You can see it in his technical play. You can see it in the pressure. You can see it in the movement. So much stuff is coming out from Syrup that's, like, really convincing me that this man might end up in grands.
Yeah, well, Syrup will need to know how to fight against Min Min because he has to fight against 2 of them if they win this match.
The Arms Gauntlet tonight is going to be on the ropes if Syrup can get past Null. And so far, it's definitely possible. But hey, 1 stock each, Null is down but not out.
Oh!
What, the footstool? What is... Okay, Syrup's crazy. Syrup's blowing my mind right now.
And he's cooking.
Exactly.
Oh, that was so close. That was almost an edge guard.
This is so spooky. Syrup's pulling out all the stops in this game 1. Takes it with the yo-yo? Indeed, sir, indeed. That's game 1 for Syrup.
Remember when that up smash was useless in every other game?
Oh yeah. It's juicy.
It's so strong now. That up smash and that down smash.
Why does a yo-yo do that much damage? Is it psychically empowered? I want to know.
Maybe Ness finally figured out how to like magically infuse it.
PSI bat. Just beats you with a baseball bat and a yo-yo. That's not psychic powers, my friend. That's just beating someone up.
Yeah, but it definitely looks like Syrup knows how to fight Min Min as Ness. Like we saw a couple edge guards, and like Ness is very good with just like that huge wall that is forward air and just rising neutral air, and just being able to like play around Min Min's arms. They know what they're doing.
For sure. So, same characters, nothing crazy be changing.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these players, at least throughout the bracket, have really deviated from, you know, their mains. They're true mains, you know.
All right, come on. You didn't want to start it.
You're the one that keeps on saying it, Logic.
Yeah, look, true mains, all right? That's what happens. When you use your true main, okay, you take stocks in 15 seconds, all right?
Oh
we
my
see you,
God.
Oh, jeez. It's because you said it.
Yeah, it's because you jinx Syrup, and now Syrup has to live with or Null has to live with the consequences.
Oh.
Think of what you've done, Logic. Think of what you've
Gave us a
done.
game 4.
Yeah,
You
use your
are-
noodle, just like how Null needs to use their noodle to figure out how to get around this Ness.
Yeah, fling those noodle arms, girl.
I mean, flinging, whipping your arms back and forth, but sometimes that's just not enough. 78 to 88%, except Syrup is up an entire stock. Null can come back from this. Min Min does have the kill power, does have the tools. It's just, what do you do to really slow Syrup down? The movement, the options, the conversions, everything is just looking fantastic on Syrup's, side of town.
Yeah, if I was in Ness's shoes, I'd actually try and swap to Ram Ram and just do tilt or Ram Ram tilts with jumping backwards and forwards, just to stuff out Syrup. But it's not. But Syrup on a huge rampage, a whole stock lead right now in this game too.
Syrup really understands that you need to get in Min Min's face, especially off stage, because her options are so limited that you can just go to town. I mean, look at those forward airs. Look at him using PSI Magnet and try to trip him up. Look at the back airs. There's so many options that Ness has. There's press buttons on Min Min that Syrup knows how to make it a terrible time to recover if you're Null.
And the thing is that this isn't, a one-off. This isn't just stellar play versus Min Min. We've seen Syrup go against several characters and clearly have a fantastic understanding of the entire cast so far from what we can tell.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I need to be able to compliment Syrup's movement tonight, but I got to keep doing it because Syrup keeps amazing us.
Yep. With all that said, as much as we're talking about Syrup, Null is in loser finals for a reason.
Yeah,
Null
and keep
came
it-
from the winner side, did lose winner finals to get here. So even though Syrup is playing this well and looking fantastic,
Wait,
let's
hold
not
up.
discredit Null for getting this far in the bracket either way.
Null actually in the lead right now.
Yeah, time for Syrup to play in the disadvantage state. Because if you're looking at their strengths and weaknesses, Null finally managed to put Syrup away, get them further in arm's distance so they could just leave them alone, and it's working out pretty well.
Yeah, it looks
That was
like
so trolly.
Point blank Megawatt does the trick.
it looks like Null figured out how they need to use their Megawatt to stuff out Syrup, because every time Syrup tried to get in, he was met with a Megawatt every single time, either a tilt, a forward smash, an air, forward air, every single time.
Yeah.
That last stock was definitely the Null show.
It indeed was. That was pay-per-view. I hope you paid to see it.
One stock apiece. I have confidence that they're probably not going to be switching characters at this point unless Null somehow convinces Syrup to play randoms, but I don't think that's in the cards tonight.
I don't know. Can the Silver Tongue do it again?
I would love to see it personally, but I'm not sure if that's truly the name of the game for these two. I think it's mostly just going to be character or stage switches rather. So we'll see if Syrup fights back. Game 3. This is a best of 5. A lot of time to adapt to both characters and both players. So Battlefield is going to be our third stage of the night.
Yep. I know Nesses love Battlefield because they can do their PK Fire shenanigans on them.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of PK Fire shenanigans from Syrup tonight, so checks out.
Yeah, and see, there's the Ram Ram in neutral, just stuffing out Ness's options.
Yeah, because traditionally, Min Min doesn't have a lot of great verticality, but Ram Ram has that larger hitbox, makes it just a better button to press, but Syrup, of course, can bite back as needed. And here comes the Megawatt.
Oh, the PK Fire stopping the arm, actually, letting Syrup get a punish.
Incredibly powerful arms, managing to go even with fire itself. And again, there's the off-stage stuff from Syrup. There's going to be a re-grab, and perfect timing from Null.
I was actually expecting an out smash or forward or down smash, but this is it.
Yep, that's dead. That is dead there. Immaculate coverage from Syrup. My goodness, if you just look back on that replay, making sure that Null has to use all options and still catching the desperate moves anyway to get that stock, and you love to see it.
That was a thing of art. Oh, the down air as well. I don't know where Syrup is coming up with these ideas, but they are definitely a treat to watch.
Yeah, when Syrup gets the advantage, like their pressure is insane.
We've seen a lot of impressive advantage state stuff from Syrup tonight. Disadvantage is where things starts to fall apart a little bit, because once Syrup loses that momentum and is struggling on the outskirts getting past those arms, that's where we start to see the rough stuff, and yeah, that's where the stock's taken.
Yeah, I mean, Ness is just a little boy. Oh!
Where you going, Syrup?
Doesn't get the 2-frame.
Syrup's going back to stage.
Yeah, but it looks like Null is just tacking on damage, keeping Syrup out. But as soon as Syrup gets in, oh boy, be ready to take at least 40%.
Yeah. It's very similar to, you know, even though this is Smash Brothers, but to what we see in Street Fighter with Dawson, you know? The character is fantastic at a distance. You know, this is really the distance demon that Sakurai was talking about. It's supposed to be Byleth, but realistically, it was Min Min.
Right.
True. How can you pull out Byleth, but then immediately show Min Min as the next DLC? Like, yeah, you thought that was distance? Nah, this is real distance.
Mm-hmm.
And Syrup is doing a fantastic job of, you know, waiting out the options, knowing that it is always going to be a 2-hit conversion. But Null is just doing so good of, even though Syrup knows, Syrup isn't fully able to just really overcome the options that Null is throwing out.
It's true. Again, that's what we're seeing, is the arm's distance. If you can keep them far enough away, it's trouble. But Syrup's been like B-reversing back air, has been doing mix-ups with grab back throws to get that last stock. I am still being further amazed by what Syrup's really just doing constantly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Null
just again, batting Syrup away.
Yeah.
You know, Min Min would survive the COVID pandemic easily. All right, with this play, no one is getting within 6 feet.
Yeah, just wash their hands after every set and you're good to go.
Wash your whole arm. Like, yeah, these megawatt placements are crazy, and catches Syrup underneath the platform with that neutral air.
Yeah, just, I mean, what do you do? What
Don't get hit.
You
Don't
die,
get hit.
and you go to the next game.
It was looking great for Syrup, but now trailing 2-1. Null trying to make their way back in the grand finals, or trying to make their way into grand finals so that they can get a second chance at Peckham. Who, you know, I don't care who you play Peckham, whoever you go against, but I better see the Min Min, all right? Or I'm driving to Raffles' house right now saying, hey, collusion.
Yeah, well, we will see. Yeah, Syrup is at tournament point right now.
Yep.
So it looks like Syrup knows what to do, but they just keep like just one stock out of the set where they just can't hit Null.
Mm-hmm.
Syrup really comes across as a momentum-based player just from watching this, because when Syrup is in advantage state, Syrup goes wild. Crazy combinations, amazing edge guarding, just really putting Null in their place. But once they're kind of knocked back and they're sent far away, Null's game of just keeping them at a distance works every time, and it's a struggle for Syrup to get back in. So again, this is what we're seeing, amazing advantage state by just edge guarding, but if Syrup can't get in, it's game over.
Yeah, I really thought that Null there was going to actually go for a footstool. I don't know if maybe Null was attempting to do it or was late, or maybe just didn't try to do it at all. But that's what it looked like on that recovery attempt. Syrup. Beautiful position, and
what a gimp.
That was clean.
That was so clean. Again, Syrup kind of delays movement with that PSI magnet, so it trips up Null's timing, and then Syrup can get something off of it. Just the knowledge to do all that and just keep mixing up Null, not in terms of option and timing, is what is making this play so interesting.
Yeah. Look, win or lose right now, Syrup is making me want to play Ness with these movement options. The side magnets, the wave bounces, the wave lands.
Seriously,
I'm actually a Ness main now.
I'm about to pick up the character for fun right now. I mean, this is so cool.
Like, I'm not even gonna hit anybody. I'm just gonna be moving the whole time. I'm like, yeah, I lost. But did you see me? Okay, did you see those skates?
I looked nice.
But Air Force should sponsor me, okay?
Air Force.
Where's my
Timberland,
Coke?
you gonna slow me down. But the
my
Air
Coke.
Forces,
Ooh, both of them just barely missing each other.
Yeah, just kind of dancing each other's faces.
That Megawatt is out again, but is it too little too late right now for Null?
We'll see. PK Fire not really catching. Regrab? I don't. Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
Yo-Yo not actually catching.
Megawatt does connect.
Two
Null
Nairs.
is down. Yeah.
2 Nairs, 2 stocks are what Syrup's losing. But this should be a game where you could just be able to kind of tuck it in. Really just go to the next game.
I was
Oh my
expecting a
God.
back throw.
Yeah, me too. I
54%.
thought the back throw into the little cheese conversion. Maybe Syrup wasn't gonna be ready for it.
Again,
But-
Syrup needs to close the distance. This is what I was saying. This is where Syrup kind of falters. Disadvantage state.
Syrup is in a terrifying position right
Oh,
now. If
no air
Null
dodge.
makes it back.
Damn.
Because Nair is an op. We see the megawatt, and that is the victory. And
Yeah, it
Null,
is.
despite being at 170%, despite trailing, despite it looking as if they were going to have to play game number 5, manages to take it over Syrup in 3-1 fashion to find themselves back up against Peckham.